Who got the power to change? All right, I got it. You got it. That's all I got, Ty. That's all I got.
Let's go back to. So, come on. There we go.
All right. Well, thank you, Ty, again. It's always wonderful to have you with us. And thank you, Reverend Mark, for sharing the podium with Rockland CSL. We appreciate UUCR's generosity of spirit, and we always feel welcome here, so thank you. So at Rockland CSL, September's theme is Sanity. And I've been sharing that every theme that we have so far for 2024 has been the perfect theme for me. And I suspect for others. When I create the themes a year prior, I have no idea what's going to be taking place when I come to that month. But sanity is something that I think we need to be more present to. Yes? Yes. Mm-hmm. So part of my inspiration for this month's theme of sanity are two resources. One is some of you may know him, some may not. One is DMX. And DMX has a song that says, "You're gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here." Okay, all right. And the other is this book, and it's called Restoring Sanity, Practices to Awaken Generosity, Creativity, and Kindness in Ourselves and Our Organizations. And it's by Dr. Margaret Whitley, and it's a great, great book. She's a great author, speaking a lot about leadership, especially in spiritual communities. So Dr. Whitley offers in her book a practice to restore sanity by awakening the human spirit. And she writes that we can only achieve this if we undertake the most challenging and meaningful work of our leader lives, creating islands of sanity. And so my message today is titled, Be an Island of Sanity. So last Sunday I shared the definition for sanity, and that's usually how I start our months off with the theme so that we're all on the same page. So the definition for sanity is the state of being sane, soundness of mind, soundness of judgment. I like to look up the origins of the word, the vibration of the word. So sane comes from the Latin word that means sanus, which means healthy. And the vibration of healthy comes from the word wholeness. So when we talk about sanity, we're talking about wholeness. So in the book, Dr. Whitley defines sanity as an honest relationship with reality. So last Sunday at the end of my talk, I posed this question: are you willing to be an island of sanity? Are you willing to be an island of sanity? Now, before you answer that question, let me tell you what that means so that you know exactly what you're signing up for. So in the book, Restoring Sanity, Dr. Whitley writes that an island of sanity is a gift of possibility and refuge. We are magnetized by the island's offering of the possibility of working together in harmonious relationship to accomplish meaningful work. We commit to creating a community where generosity, creativity, and kindness are the norm. What we expect from each other, we easily offer in return. We realize that the current culture cannot create the conditions for this behavior. Although they are natural to the human spirit, this culture has normalized greed, aggression, and life-destroying behaviors. In this environment, what's needed is not individual acts of heroism, but island communities where sanity prevails. It's rarely a physical form. It's an orientation, an aspiration, a commitment born from our deepest motivation to contribute to this time in a meaningful and purposeful way. We choose to be warriors for the human spirit, people dedicated to creating the conditions for more people to realize their best human qualities. And for those who will never be released from their fear and anger, we want to be generous and kind. We develop an island mentality, not to exclude, but to increase our capacity to serve. She says we cannot do this alone. We need to gather together with others who are inspired by this same sense of call. So now I ask again, so now that you have a sense of what you're signing up for, are you willing to be an island of sanity? Okay. Now you might be thinking, revmelissa, aren't islands isolated? Aren't they set apart from each other? That might be the perception, but in reality, each island of sanity is interconnected and a part of the whole. In the Science of Mind text by Ernest Holmes, he reminds us in the chapter called The Principles of Successful Living that the will of life has only to be life. The will of life has only to be life. It has to be beauty, truth, and harmony, as this is the true relationship of the whole of the parts and the parts to the whole. Anything that will enable us to express greater life, greater happiness, greater power, so long as it does not harm anyone, must be the will of God for us. So each island of sanity is in relationship with the whole of its parts, and the parts are in relationship with the whole. So we are a wonderful example, I believe, of the parts of the whole. I see UUCR as an island of sanity. I see Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living as an island of sanity. So each is a part of the whole. We are unified and interconnected through our commitment to the healing power of love and oneness. We are inseparable, inseparable, inseparable. We are islands of sanity for each other. Each of us gets to be an island of sanity through our unique individualization of this love and of this oneness as a representative and as a representation of the part of the wholeness. That is what I believe is the demonstration of UUCR and Rockland CSL every time we come together to have our collaborative services. Can I get an amen on that? All right now, all right. So let us remember our commitment, our purpose, our mission is to be a beacon of light in this world, which at times appears to be suffering from the insanity of separation. Amen, somebody? We do this by being love, taking a stand as love. We do this by recognizing that there is no othering. We see no strangers here, is what we say at Rockland CSL. We do this by recognizing that no one is an island entire of itself. So are you familiar with that phrase, no man is an island? Yes. Do you know where that comes from?
Do it. I think his name is John Lewis.
I knew Carl would know. Carl is a Renaissance man, if y'all don't know. I'm here to tell you. Yes, it comes from a poem by English poet John Donne. And it's titled Meditation 17. And the poem was published in 1624 as part of his collection of essays and meditations. And it was called Devotions Upon Emergent Occasions. Now, if we are not in a emergent occasion right now in 2024, I don't know. The poem explores the theme of interconnectedness and the shared experience of humanity. So in closing, I want to offer you two things. One, I want to offer you the poem. And the second, we're going to provide an offering to each other. So here is the poem. No man is an island entire of itself. Each is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a clog be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if the promontory were, as well as if a manor of thy own, or of thy friends were. Each man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in mankind, humankind. Therefore, sin not to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Can you hear the bell tolling? Can y'all hear it? I believe we have to answer the call by taking a stand for one, because we are in emergent times in this world today. So my other offering is what we do at Rockland CSL, which is our Ubuntu greeting. And we've done it with you all a couple of times. And so as Islands of Sanity, I invite you to, you could be with the person next to you, or you can go over to someone. And if you would stand, let's just raise up the vibration by just moving. And you're simply going to look at the person, get a partner. Or it could be three if it's not even. Let's just take a breath. Look at the person. Look in each other's eyes. Repeat after me. I see you.
I see you.
I know you.
I know you.
I love you.
I love you.
I thank God for you.
I thank God for you.
Welcome to our community of love and oneness.
Welcome to our community of love and oneness.
Welcome to our island of sanity.
Welcome to our island of sanity.
Peace and blessings. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
I think we might have a little time for a little feedback, and so I'll bring the microphone around. And anybody having any comment, want to ask Reverend Melissa? Yeah, okay, there's Greg.
Hello, everyone. I'm Greg. I
Greg.
loved early on in your description of sanity, you were saying that it is something to aspire to, right? Something to continually work for, even if you think you've reached perfection or that point of wholeness, oneness, completion. That's never going to be static. It means you've achieved it now, but that aspiration will continue, and you can always look to spread it through a smile, kind
Yes.
eye, kind action. It's always some other way to expand upon that. And I just, wonderful.
Thank
Service.
you.
Anyone else?
A smile goes a long way, doesn't it?
Does. It really does. And not everyone receives one, but I give them anyway. And
Yes.
It's nice when you meet that other island, right, that smiles back. It's great.
Yes.
About the smile, anybody see Hamilton?
Yes.
What was his advice? Smile more, talk less.